Okay, we have another game of the Dutch Premier League Season 5. This is between NIS Lakers and the Jml Stallions, and we have the first rounds of the bet. Start off, in fact, second run of the bet. Couple of wides and couple of singles on offer. Batting a little bit outside his crease, Rakesh opens the bowling while Gautam and Jitendra open the batting. Play and a miss. Just a reminder that we have 6 overs power play. Fielders are outside the 30-yard circle. So final ball of the first over. Extra bounce. And a single to finish. 5 without a wicket after the first over. So 5 without a wicket after the first over, and Millen comes on to bowl. Bit of spin on offer straight away, and change in field as well. There was a man at deep point in the first over outside the circle. They've now sent deep mid wicket outside and long on in operation for the spinner, pretty much leg side dominated field in place. Goes for the sweep. There is protection out in the deep for that very shot. You only get just a single. Be very important for these two batters to just lay a platform for the score to be somewhere around 160 or even more. Goes for the big shot but doesn't connect. Gets a cheeky single off the bat. Thickish inside edge onto the pad. Should be a very interesting contest, especially with the spin in offer in the power play. Probably have the man at on the top of your screens on the right. Might as well have him a little square for that top edge. Again swept away, chance of a run out. Oh dear, better throw would have actually resulted in run out. Better throw would have had him in serious trouble. Slow through the air again, just pushed down to mid wicket for another single. There's a ring on the offside, so probably you want to hit across the surface. Just cover your line if you're going to go that route. Otherwise, it'll be trouble, especially for the right hander. Goes aerial, goes straight, and one bounce into the boundary ropes. Signaled as 4 runs. Overpitched, full bunger, and takes full advantage of that one. So first boundary of the match. Goes again, this time off the thickish inside edge. And that'll also run away for 4, so back-to-back boundaries to finish the over. Again, look at that thickish inside edge and comfortably put away. And the fast lush outfield that has reached to the boundary. 16 without a wicket, 11 runs came off that over after 2 overs. Rakesh continues 16 without a wicket. With an offer, and that's been cracked away, but there is protection out in the deep. They only get a single. Still deep point and long on in operation for the medium pacer. Asking for a change of field, but that's not approved by the captain. Again with an offer through the gates of the wicketkeeper. Direct hit would have been interesting. Good awareness as they steal a bye. Good call by Gautam to scamper through for that single. 18 without a wicket, just 14 balls. Dickish outside edge. It's come on the bounce to the man at short third. Again, Dickish outside edge. Oh, that's through the gap. Probably the man at short third overran it, and that's gone for 4. That is not good work, and the bowler's not happy. Let's take another look at that. Deliberately played that late, and the man at short third just overran a bit and bounced on him, and it's gone for 4. So runs coming thick and fast for the NIS Lakers, and 3 boundaries in the span of 9 deliveries. Beg your pardon, in the span of 6 deliveries, and shifted the momentum towards the batting side, especially when your fielders don't support you the way you want them to support you. Punched away, but doesn't beat the man at backward point. Good fielding. Good work to stop a couple of runs. And as a fielding unit, you have to be on your toes, especially in the power play, which can make or break your game with the ball. And that applies to both sides, especially when you're fielding first. Ought to chase a nice target. You got to win the power play. Leading edge, just would have been an absolute blinder had he pulled that one off. 25 for no loss after 3 overs, but let's take a look at the catch. Just will go down as a drop chance, but tough as a bowler to do that on your follow through. Leading edge, extra bounce, and just wide of him. 25 for no loss. 25 for no loss. Change in bowling after the onslaught. To spin, Tejas comes on to bowl some left arm space and is welcomed with an absolute peach of a straight drive. 4 good runs to start the over. Look at that. Overpitched and just check drives it for 4. So runs coming thick and fast, and Jitendra taking the onus on him. That'll be a wide. That's a big wide, in fact. So excellent running between the wickets of the previous ball to just come back for a couple of runs. As a batting unit, you have to be very good in that. You have to lay a foundation, especially when you're not scoring enough boundaries. Nicely bowled. I think that was an off cutter. Yep, was the off cutter. Just put the batter off a bit. Tickled away down to deep mid wicket. 9 runs, 8 runs in fact has come off this over. 4 overs out of the 20. Oh, knocks him over. And he gets a wicket. Does Tejas. Much needed breakthrough this for the Jml Stallions as they pick up their first wicket. Full toss, Yorked himself, played down the complete wrong line, and much needed breakthrough this. 33 for 1 after 4 overs as Tejas picks up his first wicket. or put down. That'll go down as a tough chance as they come across for a couple of runs to finish the over. 40 for one after 5 overs. That's helped it on its way for four. And much needed boundary this for the NIS Lakers. So back-to-back boundaries of Tejas' over. First over also started with a four. Nicely punched away down to deep mid-wicket for another single. Jitendra has been pick of the batters, been scoring freely. I'll be a wide. Already 6 runs have come off just 2 balls. Final over of the power play. Very nicely bowled. Just hitting the stump to stump line. There is a call for a couple of runs from the dugout, but the batters are not interested. Not exactly sure what's the plan here. Should be a wide again. Yep. 8 runs have come. Still 3 balls left. Goes for the big shot. That should be six. Is it? That's signaled as six. 50 on the board and 14 runs have come off the score so far. Take a look at that shot. In the slot and dispatched away for six. Still a couple of balls remaining in this over. Oh, leading edge. Again, the off cutter. So final ball off the power play. Goes for the big shot again, but there is protection. Will only get a single to finish. 55 for 1 after 6 overs. 55 for 1, and Milland comes on to bowl. Post power play, you'll start seeing more fielders outside the circle. Oh, takes the aerial route. Has it cleared? You bet he has. Starts the over with a 6, and Jitendra is on a roll here. Overpitched on middle stump and easily slog swept away for 6. Back to back sixes for Jitendra. Waits on that one and just gets a single. What an absolute banger of a shot. Just takes full advantage of anything loose or in his arc. Have long off, long on, deep point, deep mid wicket, and deep square leg. The 5 men outside. Oh, takes off for a quick single. Clean pickup would have resulted in a run out. Good call between Ankur and Jitendra. Good execution as well. 8 runs have come off this one. 15 runs came off the previous over. Oh, shout for LBW. It should be gone. And it is given out. Tries to play the loose Hoik. Beaten for pace completely. And his LBW, as Jitendra falls short of his 50. Millen picks up his first wicket. Let's take another look at that shout. Completely beaten for place, and it should be an easy decision for the umpire. Look at the bowler. He's pumped up for all money. Yep, would have gone on to hit the middle stump. 63 for 2. 63 for 2. Two new batters in the crease. Dhiraj walks out to the middle. It'll be around the wicket, Millen, after being hit for a 6. This takes a good little revenge on Jitendra. Flicked away, but there is protection out in the deep. Gets off the mark, does Dhiraj. Wants the second run. Oh, good fielding. Good throw, in fact. So single to finish the over. 10, 11 runs and a wicket came off that one. 66 for 2 after 7 overs. Helped it on its way, and that'll be the first boundary for Ankur. He's been wanting to score and get off that one, but finally gets a gentle loosener from Hitesh as he picks up 4. 7 runs have come off this over. Still a ball left. Just a gentle reminder that after the 10 over mark, we'll have change of sides. 73 for 2. Again flicked away, but doesn't beat the man at 45 to finish the over. 74 for 2. Nicely bowled as Sandeep comes on to the attack. Be very interesting to see what lines Sandeep operates with. Gently punched away. They should get a couple of runs down to deep point. So the lines outside the off stump, you might want deep cover instead of deep point. That's free 2 runs to the batting side. Yep, they now change the field. Deep extra cover, and the man at backward point goes nicely bowled. Flicked away, but there is protection out in the deep with cow corner out in the boundary. $80 for 2 after 9 overs. Big shout for LBW, but the umpire is not interested. Probably heading down the leg stump. Yeah, it's doing too much. And the bounce. Driven, but straight to the fielder. Excellent drive. Just couldn't get enough timing on that one. Play and a miss. Hitesh troubling the left-hander a lot here. Helped it on its way, and there is protection out in the deep. So he's operating with a man at fine leg. No one down at 45. That'll be a wide. Good work by the keeper to stop the extra run. Again, you have to be very proactive in terms of scoring. Can't be batting at strike rate of 110 and 80, especially in a T20 game. There again, now he's down to 100. This will just put unnecessary pressure on the other batters to follow, and gives the bowling side an advantage to just keep the pressure on. Oh, nicely bowled, excellent bowling, and excellent running as well. Good cricket all round. 10 overs done, 83 for 2, and it's time for drinks. So 83 for 2 after 10 overs, and we have change of sides. Doesn't change the bowlers. Sandeep continues. And now, if you look at the field, it's pretty much dominant on the offside. There's deep mid wicket, long on, long off, deep point. Very nicely bowled. Now, what will be interesting is how do they approach the next 10 overs, considering the fact that they have 83 runs. So can they double it up, get to 160? It's a couple of runs down to deep point, deep backward point, short wide. Not timing on that one. Still batting at a strike rate of just 100, not very ideal, especially when you're not consolidating enough. Punched away down to long off. Boundaries have just dried up. Now the left-hander, and field will also just flip around. Deep point, long off, long on, deep mid wicket, and deep square leg. Five men outside. He's pushed third man inside a lot finer. Oh, play and a miss. Just the come of the thickish outside edge. Will I go down as a drop chance? Probably not. No signal from the umpire either. Chipped away and chipped away beautifully for four as Dhiraj finds his first boundary. Overpitched and beautifully chipped away over the bowler's head for four. And he's not too happy with himself after delivery. So much needed boundary this, which has come after 17 balls for the NIS Lakers. Short and helped it on its way for four. So back-to-back boundaries to release the pressure. Short and beautifully punched off the back foot to finish the over 94 for 2 after 11 overs. That'll be a wide. Yep. Karov comes onto the attack and starts with a wide. Oh, that's hit straight down the ground. Good bit of relay race on that one to just keep it down to a single run. Just a single down to long on. So what can Karov do here? Can he uh, can he just produce a magic? Beautifully punched away, and there is no one out. Good bit of work by the man at deep point as he covers up. The batter is cramping up a bit. Short ball, but there is protection out in the deep. And that's the 100 on the board. 100 for 2 at 11.4 overs. Not very bad, but not very great either. Scoring rates just around the 6 run mark. Lofted, over covers for 4. That is beautiful shot. Frame that for Dheeraj if you like. Over pitched on off stump and beautifully lofted away through covers. One bounce into the boundary ropes. Much needed boundary. This again they're finding the boundaries. One at least an over, flicked away. There is protection out in the deep. 11 runs have come off that over. 105 for 2 after 12 overs. So Feroz comes on to the attack. Again lofted. Just beats the man at cover. Should get a couple of runs. So Dheeraj on the charge. After getting a boundary, he's scored 8 runs of the last 3 balls he's faced. In fact, 9 runs. Beg your pardon, 7 runs. He's scored off his last 3 balls. And 2 of those have been over covers. So you might just want to have your fielder just at the edge of the circle. Punched away, but there is protection out in the deep. That he'd miss out on that one, Dheeraj. Bottom of the bat, as he indicates. Should be a very interesting game from here on. 108 for 2, evenly poised. 1 wicket can just open up things for the Stallions. While this partnership is looking very solid, I just take them to the 15 over mark, and from there they can launch the attack on the bowlers, especially the spinners are yet to bowl. Oh, that'll be a, oh dear, clean pickup would have resulted in a run out at the bowler's end. Just for a moment I thought the bowler had just picked up the ball cleanly. So wherever you're watching this game from the world, just consider subscribing the YouTube channel, as well as subscribing the Go Live Broadcasting channel as well. The bell icon. Oh, punched away, long off, take it. That's the wicket that they wanted, and I was talking about 1 wicket could actually break the shackles. And Feroz has picked up a much needed breakthrough. Over pitch, wanted to go over cover, perhaps bat turned in his hand, and the bowler's delighted after picking up his first wicket. Not easy taking that catch with the sun on your face. 109 for 3 as Dheeraj falls. So 109 for 3, and Karthik is the new man in. 109 for 3, Feroz just 4 runs, and very, very important wicket from the context of the game. Playing a miss, keepers up to the stumps, that'll be a wide. Interesting call by the umpire. There's a ring on the offside for the cut shot. Man at square leg, it's just inside the right of the square leg umpire. Shot for LBW, but it's heading down the leg stump, says the umpire. Excellent bowling this by Feroz. Just put the break on the scoring. It's over. 1 for 5. Got to be on your toes. Oh, gone! That is double wicket over. I think he's beaten for pace here. Yep, completely played down the wrong line, and easy as you like decision for the umpire. On the back foot, pinned right in front of the middle stump. 2 for 5 for Feroz, 110 for 4. 13 overs done. So 110 for 4 after 13 overs, double wicket over that by Feroz, and Ankur walks out to bat. So you have two Ankurs in the crease. Milind comes on to bowl. And straight away has an impact created off the surface. Just a little LBW shout. The umpire is not interested. But all of a sudden, the ball's starting to do a lot more off the surface. Oh, would have been disastrous. Not given as wide either. I'm not very sure what it came off. But, yep, couple of dot balls now, and Anku's all of a sudden in pressure. Just to get off strike, and that could result. In the air, long on, just over him for 6. That'll break the shackles a bit. For a moment, the man at long on would have been interested, but just over him for 6. Look at the bowler. Created the pressure and just releases that with that shot. Short of length. Oh, would have been a disastrous run out. It's all happening here at the Fatima grounds. Miscommunication between the two batters would have been another wicket. It's interesting now. Goes again and gets six again. This is beautiful batting by Ankur and not so good bowling by Milind. You're over pitching it, and the batter has full chance to take full advantage of that one. Flicked away, and that goes for four. So this is 6 and 4 to finish the over. 126 for 4. So 126 for 4. Milind conceded 16 runs off that over. And Ankur all of a sudden is batting on 41 of 30. What has Firoz on offer here for us? Oh, starts off with a wide. That's a good take by the keeper. Excellent take, in fact. Not very sure who the keeper is, but that's excellent work. Nicely bowled and gets off the mark. There's Ankur. Down to long off. So wide and a single of this over so far. 128 for 4. Ankur on 41. Nicely punched away. Good fielding. And awkward bounce. Didn't let him let it pass through. Punched straight back to the bowler. Oh, goes for the aerial route. And it's gone for 6. The other Ankur is not stopping either. Overpitched and easily put away for 6. That's not the length that you want to be on the surface. It's the coconut tree on the way. Nicely bowled. And they take off for a quick single. Still a ball left in this this over. So 2 for 15 for Feroz. 8 runs have come off this over. 10 runs, in fact, have come off this over. Nicely played, and that's in the gap. Make that 14 runs off the over. Overpitched on off stump and easily creamed away for 4. Shot apart off the ground. So the runs coming thick and fast. 140 for 4. 5 overs left in the innings. So 140 for 4. 5 overs left in the innings, and Sandeep continues. None for 17 of his 2 overs. 140. It's a very, very good score from where they were. 57 runs have come off the last 5 overs. So here we go, Sandeep. Nicely played, and oh, that's hit the umpire. Oh, he's all right here. Yep, is the umpire on the way? So Ankur batting on 46, just 32 balls. He's at 1 point batting at a strike rate of 110. And now he's taking the onus on himself for this idea. Punched away to cover for a single. Around the wicket to the left-hander. Just taking a check on the field. That'll be a wide. Good leave by the batter. Goes for the big shot, and oh, excellent catch. Excellent running catch that. Not very sure who that is. I think that's Feroz on the boundary. Is it? And he's well pumped up as the 5th wicket comes down. 1 for 20 for Sandeep. Take a look at that catch. Full marks to that catch. Bottom of the bat, running in and safe as a house. Good judgment of the catch. And he's decided 1 for 3 for 5. One for three for five. Joe is the new batter in. They have a very good platform here to go past the 180 mark or even reach that 190 mark. See what they have on offer here. What an excellent running catch. Oh, nicely bowled, quicker through the surface. Just bowled it a little more pace on this occasion. But what a catch that was by the man at long on. Now at long on and gets off the mark. Joe. Excellent running between the wickets. He's off the mark. Joe. Just 4 runs have come of this over, and Anku's batting on 47. Can he get to his 50? Probably in this over with a boundary. Short, but there is protection out in the deep. Tejas it is. So 5 runs and a wicket. 145 for 5, 4 overs left. So Hitesh comes on to bowl, and Ankur is batting on 48. 4 overs left. Probably it will be shared between Sandeep and Hitesh. And one of oh, that's nicely bowled, very nicely bowled. Probably one of Firoz, maybe, or Hitesh and Firoz. 48 to Ankur. Shot, straight to cover, but only gets a single. Hope the fielder's alright here. I was hit very, very hard. Hope he's alright. Very interesting field. Have a very straightish fine leg in operation. No one down at square on the leg side. Nicely bowled. Very nicely bowled, in fact. 1 for 6 for 5. Punched away. Straight to cover. But they do come across for another single, which puts Ankur on strike, who's batting on 49. And we have very, very well deserved half century if at all he gets there off this ball. Big shot and excellent half century. This good work to stop the boundary. And much deserved half century this for Ankur. 51 of 37 balls when his team was in a little bit trouble. 50 and out for Ankur. Excellent bowling as he picks up his sixth wicket. Played completely down the wrong line and easy enough decision for the umpire. 149 for 6, 3 overs left. That's nicely played. 150 on the board after that leg by as Sandeep comes on to finish his spell. Beautifully played down to deep mid wicket for a couple of runs. A little slow to take off after the first run. So Joe is trying to up the ante after Ankur fell the previous over. LBW after that 50. That's gone. Sandeep picks up his second wicket, seventh wicket down, and easy enough work for the wicketkeeper. Down the track, beaten for pace, beaten through the air, and easy work for the keeper to dislodge the bails. Nowhere in the frame was Joe. 153 for 7. So Vibhu comes on to bat. Can they give them a thrust? Oh, beautifully bowled. How did that miss the off stump? Dear, oh dear. This is excellent bowling by Sandeep. Quicker through the air. Dear, oh dear. That's missed the off stump by just a feather. So final ball of Sandeep's spell. Full toss, swept away for four. Is it? Nope. Tejas out there in the deep. So 2 for 26 for Sandeep, 1 for 154 for 7, 2 overs left. Hitesh continues his final over, 1 for 15 of 3 overs. So what can he offer here? Last over calls for a couple of runs from the dugout, and they do get it eventually. Good throw. Probably the batter's end would have been a little more tricky for Vibhu, but eventually get 2 runs. They have doubled up the total here, 160, close to 160, tapped away. Down to cover. They won't mind the singles and doubles. They won't mind the singles and doubles. They would only care about boundaries thus far. And this is good, sensible bowling by Hitesh as well. Just playing to his field, not trying too many things, might just hamper the pace of the deliveries. Just keeping it outside the off stump, not trying too much. Oh, leading edge. So 3 singles on the same region, down to point. Good bit of work by Hitesh to keep out the boundaries. Yes, you are nearing 160, but that is a bit of work. Oh, that's a bouncer and gone. Pratik falls and Hitesh picks up his second wicket, 8th wicket down. Surprised him with a bouncer and extra bounce straight to the man at backward square leg. And second wicket for Hitesh, 8th wicket down overall. 159 for 8, 7 balls left in the innings. Play and a miss to finish a lovely spell. 2 for 20 of his 4 overs, 159 for 8, 6 balls left. So final over of the innings, and I think it's Rakesh. Yep. to bowl the final over. Keeper up to the stumps. Vibhu and Gandharv are the two batters on strike. Vibhu is on strike, in fact. And oh, calls for a second run. Excellent running. And the bowler's not happy with the man at covers. He should have stopped it. But eventually, they come across a couple of runs to go past the 160 mark. That'll be a wide. Trying to stray away from the batter's arc. Unsurprisingly. Straight to the man at backward point. Oh, would be a run out. Gone. Ninth wicket in the search of getting Vibhu on strike. They've lost their ninth wicket. Gandhar falls for a duck. And a run out at the bowler's end has resulted in that wicket. Excellent pickup and throw by the man at backward point, and good work by Rakesh. Out by a country mile was Gandharv, and shot. Ninth wicket down on 163 for 9, 4 balls left in the innings. So Jalpan comes on to bat and gets on strike immediately. Can Rakesh pick up his first wicket and finish the proceedings? Oh, thickish outside edge, and they'll run away for 4. Just threw his bat at it, and thickish outside edge. Easy enough. Much needed boundary. These are welcome runs. Takes them closer to 170 mark. And he'll be delighted. These are welcome runs for the Lakers. Now the change in field. They've taken a man out of the cut and put him on short third. Nicely bowled, and they do take the single. So gets Vibhu on strike for the final ball of the innings. And in whatever case, they will go past the 170 mark. Stallions will have to chase 170 if the wicket falls on this ball, or chase 170 plus. Yep, goes to short fine and single to finish off the proceedings. 170 for 9 after 20 overs is where the Lakers get, and the Stallions would need 171 runs to win off the allocated 20 overs. As we head to the innings break, it's been a performance of two halves for the NIS Lakers. 83 for 2 to 170 for 9. And that's all we have for this innings. Confirmation 171 needed for the Jml Stallions to win this game. Join us after a short break for the chase. See you on the other side. Welcome back live. Rakesh and Akshay open the batting while Jitendra opens the bowling. 171 needed of 20 overs. Here we go. Play and a miss. To start with, just a reminder that what happened in the first innings, NIS Lakers scored 170 for 9 of the allocated 20 overs. And they need 171 of the allocated 20 overs. The Jml Stallions get to get off the mark. And take off for a very quick single off the mark. And first runs on the board. Akshay on strike now. Rakesh also opened the bowling while Jitendra opened the batting for the NIS Lakers, while Rakesh opened the bowling and bowled the last over as well for the Jml Stallions. Down the track, thumped away, and there is protection out in the deep. Down at deep mid wicket as Akshay is off the mark. His intent is pretty much clear. Very interesting field as well in place. Oh, that's picked away. Has that gone all the way? Yes, it has. 6 runs, and the Stallions are up and running. Overpitched and picked the bones out of that one. That's gone all the way, and immediately down goes the bowler's head. First 6 of the innings. What a shot. Given as wide. So a dot to finish the over. 8 without a loss. Eight without a wicket, and Vibhu comes on to bowl. It'll be a very interesting period of play. And the asking rate's just under 9 runs. Now the keepers walking up to the stumps. Oh, that's nicely bowled. Will that go for four? Yes, it does. Back-to-back boundaries. Just enough on that one. First boundary for Akshay. That'll be a wide, I think. Is it? It's given us 4 runs. So it's all happening. Vibhu has started very, very loosely here. Not helping the case. 8 runs, 9 runs in fact, of just one ball. And now the keeper is back. Few yards out. Down the track. Get a leg by. Very nicely bowled. Now he's settling into a rhythm here. Oh, knocks him over. That is unlucky. But eventually, Vibhu gets the first wicket. Rakesh can't believe it. But that is the first wicket. And Vibhu will be delighted with that. Yorked himself. And he's completely missed that one. First wicket falls. 18 for 1. Mild shout for LBW, but it's heading down the leg stump. And they are completely charged up. Advaith walks out to bat. Flicked away. Does that have enough legs? Nope, it doesn't. In fact, there is protection out in the deep. So a couple of runs to finish 20 for 1. So 20 for 1, and Jitendra continues. Oh, has that been put down? Dear, oh dear. Excellent bowling, and that's been put down. Yep, thickish outside edge, and out she goes off the keeper's mitts. So 20 for 1. How much will that drop catch cost? So change in field now. There's a man at catching cover. Right next, kind of a silly min off. Just a few yards inside. Takes off for a very quick single. Nicely bowled. Oh, beautifully bowled. Play and a miss. Good take, good carry to the keeper as well. And Akshay goes on to have a word with Advait. Just a little calming word, perhaps. So 2 dots in a row. Oh, direct hit would have been interesting. Eventually takes a single. Again, the man at short cover is now moving to mid wicket. Tells you that the line could be a lot straighter. Should be interesting. Down the track, but doesn't beat the man at cover. Slight misfield allows them to come across for a single. Just 3 runs came off that one. 23 for 1 after 3 overs. Nicely played. Oh dear, that's through the gap. He'll get a couple of runs. Full toss, and that's been put away. One bounce into the boundary ropes. Easy pickings these for the batters. Full toss and nicely put away. Oh, it's almost yorked himself again. Just lucky enough. Oh, shot for LBW. That's probably heading down the leg stump. The umpire is not interested. Have another look. Oh, is that doing too much? Probably it's doing too much. Still 7 runs have come off this over. It's going to be very interesting. Oh, another Yorker. And that's through the gap. Second boundary of the over. And the bowlers certainly not happy. Just somehow managed to jam that out through the gap of the man at 45. 11 runs have come off this over. That has let some pressure off from the previous two balls. Play and a miss. Dot to finish. 34 for 1 after 4 overs. So 34 for 1, and Jitendra is on for his third over. Continues third over. Oh, there'll be a wide, I think. Yep. Saw him come down early and just varied his pace a bit. Lost the line completely and ended up conceding a wide. 55 for 1. You'd argue, oh, play and a miss again, down the track again. This time bowled it wider off the batter. Another wide. So two wides, just one ball. Beautifully finds the gap, does Akshay for four. That is smart batting. Look at that. Wide and just pierces the gap beautifully through backward point and shot third. Change an angle around the wicket. Now Jitendra. Has gone through everyone. Should be four leg buys. It is. Change in angle around the wicket. Was it earlier? Now comes back over the wicket. Three balls and it has conceded 10 runs. Two wides, one four, and one leg by. One four leg buys. So 44 for one now. Beautifully played again, but doesn't beat the man at backward point this time. Still 11 runs have come off the four balls that Jitendra's bowled. It's spoiled his figures completely. Beautifully played again and four again. This time from the bat of Advait. Short, wide, and enough room on that one. So 49 for one. And all of a sudden, this over just doesn't look like finishing. 15 runs have come off this over so far, including the leg byes. Oh, that's very nicely bowled and excellent running. And good backing up as well. 50 on the board. 16 runs came off that one. 50 for one after 5 overs. 50 for one, and it's time for some spin. Dheeraj comes on to bowl the final over of the power play. Just 120 needed from 15 overs, and suddenly the asking rates come down to just a touch over 8 runs. Smart batting by these two batters. Throws it wide, but doesn't beat the man at backward point, and doesn't take the single as well. Oh, beautifully bowled. That is excellent delivery. Look at that. Turn and bounce on that one. Just got the wicket. Reverse. Oh dear. Did that come off the bat? Take another look at that. Off the pad. Got a hand to it. The keeper. It's all happening in this over. Just a single and three dots. Make that four dots. This is excellent bowling. Knocks him over. Gets the wicket. That is what they wanted, and Dheeraj has been on the money. Picks up his first wicket. 51 for 2, and this is an absolute beauty of a spell. 1 for 1. Look at that. On the middle stump, draws the batter on the false shot, and the off stump's out of the ground. And they are delighted. 51 for 2. The power play is done. It's 51 for 2, and Ankit comes on to bat. Chalpan comes on to bowl. The power play is done and dusted. And starts off with a leg line delivery. One hundred and 19 needed of 13.5 overs. And Ankit's off and running. He's up and running off the mark of the very first ball he faced. Nicely played, but there is protection out in the deep. Only get a single. Oh, wanted to cut on that one. Was not there to be cut. Would have been a disastrous play on that hit the stumps. Goes for the big shot and clears the fence for four. This is much needed boundary for the Stallions. On off stump and picked away. One bounce into the boundary ropes. So one boundary per over, and they've got that. Takes off for a very, very quick single. 8 runs have come off that over, 59 for 2 after 7. So Dhiraj continues 59 for 2 after 7 overs. Moves it wide. It's down to long off for a single. The left arm orthodox. Bowling around the stumps. Getting a hint of turn as well. Would have been run out had it been collected cleanly by the man at short backward point. It's very, very short. And, it's very close, the man on the cut. Nicely bowled. Dhiraj is keeping the batters guessing. Can he actually find a boundary, does Ankit? Plays spin really well, I'm told. And the two fielders, in fact, the fielders out on the offside are deep. Backward point goes out, and deep cover as well goes out. And change in field now. Men on the cut have been moved. Goes for the big shot, and just on the bounce to the man at long off. Very nicely bowled. Wants to single, but is sent back by the batter. Oh, tries to late cut it. So Dot to finish 62 for 2 after 8 overs. So Jalpan continues down the track and knocks him over. For a moment, I thought would have been a chance for stumping, but that's gone on to hit the leg stump. Ankit falls, and the third wicket's out for the Jml Stallions. Look at that, down the track, completely missed the line, and leg stumps gone. There you go, down the track, and the leg stump's gone. So 62 for 3. Nicely played, and what a way to get off the mark by Sadeep. On leg stump and beautifully punched away through mid-wicket region for 4, splits the fielders, and gets off the mark, does Sandeep. This is turning out to be a very exciting chase. 105 needed of 11.4 overs at the rate of 9 runs an over. Oh, beautifully bowled. There's a good bit of battle between the bat and the ball. But I think the Jml Stallion batters would just rue themselves for the short selection, especially. There you go again. Short selection have not been that great, especially as a batter. You don't want to throw away your wicket immediately. There you go again. Not there for that shot. Not at all there for that shot. The delivery, shot selection has been a little astonishing. Gone. Exactly what I was talking about. The shot selection has been a little poor. Second wicket in the over for Jalpan, and he's pulled off a Feroz from the first innings for the Stallions. And the Lakers are on top here, fourth wicket down. Sandeep goes searching for that big shot through covers, thickish top edge, and a simple catch to the man at short third. Fourth wicket down, 66 for 4. So 66 for 4. Rahul with 2 Rs comes out to bat. And they've lost wickets in a flurry here. Almost the third one. 66 for 4 after 9 overs. 66 for 4. Dheeraj continues his good work. And Stallions are in deep trouble. Oh, play and a miss. Beautifully bowled again. It's turning it on. These two, Jalpan and Dheeraj. They're actually putting these two batters. And Advait holds the key. Again, nicely bowled. Not giving away anything to play under or work with. This is smart batting. This isn't smart batting, in fact. Done really well. Again, poor shot selection. Ball is not there to be swept. I know there's no fielder square at 45. They're operating with a flying slip. Look at that. The man on top of your screens at the left. Leading edge. Just on the bounce. Oh, would have been a disastrous run out had it gone through to hit the stumps. But excellent cricket all round by the NIS Lakers. They're on top at the moment. 67 for 4. I think 83 for 2 is where the Lakers were, and they had a lot more advantage of having wickets in hand. Wants a quick single, but is sent back by the partner. Pressure's on here. Just a single off this over so far. Can Rahul break the shackles a bit? Maybe pull out the bunny of the hat and just put under pressure. Put Dheeraj under pressure with a boundary. Nope. Just one run off that over. 67 for 4. 104 needed of 10 overs, and it's time for drinks. 7 for 4, and Jalpan continues. We have change of sides. As Rahul is yet to get off the mark. 103 of 9.5 overs. The asking rates touching 11 runs and over. Play and a miss. They're trying to push a few overs out. This could get very, very interesting. Chipped away, but there is protection. Oh, just out of the reach of the man at covers. Would have been the catch of the tournament had he stuck onto that. Excellent effort, in fact. Just got a hand to that one. Incredible reflexes to show at this level of cricket. Slow ball back of the hand. Straight to backward point. They're only dealing in singles. You need some boundaries big time. Very nicely bowled. Sends the batter back for the single. I think that was Dheeraj who got a hand to the first ball. In fact, the second ball of this over. Would have been excellent catch. Play and a miss again. 70 for 4, and they need 101 of 9 overs. Asking rates gone up to 11 and a half runs and over. 70 for 4. So 70 for 4, and it's time for more spin. Gandharv comes on to bowl, pushed off the back foot. Just a single down to deep square leg. So the 5 fielders outside are deep mid wicket, deep square leg, long on, long off, and deep point. They need 100 runs of 8.5 overs. This is going to be a daunting task if they don't get 10 runs at least from here on in 2-3 overs. Just get that scoring rate down to under 10 runs somehow. They need a few big overs here, at least 2 runs, 2 overs of 30, of 10 to 12 runs each. And it'll take them to 20 runs of 2 overs. Full toss. Could have put it anywhere, but finds the man at deep mid wicket and only get a couple of runs. Was timed so well, but doesn't really find the gap through the boundary. Oh, that's gone. In the process of going for the big shot, Advait has perished big time as half of the side is now back in the hut. Look at the turn and bounce. Beat him on through the air on the flight. Nowhere in the picture. And easy decision for the square leg umpire. And they are pumped up as Gandharv picks up his first wicket. 74 for 5. End of a wonderful over, 4 runs and a wicket, 74 for 5, 97 needed of 8 overs. 74 for 5, and Kamaldeep comes on to the attack. Chance of a run out. Better throw would have resulted in a run out here. Play and a miss. Beautifully bowled again. They actually pushing the batters out of their comfort zone. Flicked away, and they will get a quick single down to square leg. Wants the second run, but is sent back. 76 for 5, 95 needed. Play and a miss, beautifully bowled again. Back to back dot deliveries for Kamaldeep, and Rahul is just struggling to time the ball, at least connect the ball. In the air, oh, just wide. Would have been a great catch. I think that's Dheeraj at covers, but he'll get a couple of runs. Punched away down to long on, beg your pardon, long off to finish the over. 79 for 5, 92 needed of 7 overs. Goes for the sweep, but that's through everyone. Gandharv, that's a leg by. Thought it's a bye, but given his leg by. Oh, that'll be a wide, I think. Yep. 91, 90 needed of 6.5 overs. That's like 13 runs and over. The asking rates creeping up a lot here. Nicely played, but does it beat the man at point? Only hit a single. Goes for the big shot, but doesn't have enough timing. Just only get a single. Excellent work. Excellent fielding by the man at mid wicket. Still just 4 runs have come off the first 3 balls. Punched away, but there is protection out in the deep. They're dealing in singles and certain extras that they're getting off the leg bys and wides. In the air and safely pouched. Wicket number 6, wicket number 2 for Gandhar. And Rahul perishes after not going anywhere with the bat. 7 of 15 balls. And simple enough catch. Won't look easy off your follow through. And he's delighted, the bowler. Second wicket for him. Sixth wicket down now. 84 for 6. So Hitesh comes on to bat, 84 for 6, and asking rates over 14 runs now. We're wide. And that still, I'll bring it perhaps a touchdown. Play and a miss to finish the over, 85 for 6, 86 needed of 6 overs. That's gone all the way for 6. Gentle full toss and takes full advantage of that one. So 90 for 6, 81 needed of 6 overs. Down the track. 91 for 6, 80 needed of 5.5 overs as Kamaldeep comes on to bowl. Continues bit of off spin, and Milind and Hitesh are batting. It's now a question of how nicely played, and that's gone all the way for 6. What a shot that is. And Hitesh is turning on the heat a bit. Seven for 6. Oh, that's gone for 4. Has it? I think it has. Nope. Be wide and 100 on the board. 1.62 and wide on all of a sudden the asking rates. Under 13 runs now. Good bit of footwork to stop the single. Knocks him over. That's the 7th wicket, and Kamaldeep picks up his first one. 101 for 7 after 15 overs, and the Jml Stallions are collapsing like 9 pins. Full toss, played down the wrong line, and the off stumps disturbed. 101 for 7, 5 overs left. So 101 for 7, and Tejas comes out to bat. Had a nice day with the ball, but it's a task to do with bat. Oh, that's nicely played. But on the bounce to the man at straightish long on. Straightish long off, in fact. Jitendra comes on to bowl and flicked away. Oh dear. Good bit of footwork to stop it, but 'nicely punched away down the ground. He'll only get a single. 67 needed or 4.5 overs. This could be a very daunting task here, unless someone has really, really horrible day with the ball. This is going to be tough ask for the batters to follow. Driven away, but there is protection out in the deep. They'll only get a couple of runs at max. Oh dear. Yep, they do. Ball just slipped out of hand. Tries to hoik it through leg side, but only manages a single down to mid wicket. Hundred and seven for 7. So Vibhu comes on to bowl and starts with the dot, I think. Given as a wide as well. That'll be a wide again. Yep, 60 needed of 3.5 overs. In the air. Good bit of work by Jitendra at long on to stop the boundary. So 109 for 7. 62 needed of 3.5 overs. Asking rate touching 18 runs and over. So how smartly can they protect their net run rate? Now if they can just keep the wickets side and reduce deficit. Just like that. That will give the team to cheer about. Overpitched and beautifully punched away for 4. Slow ball and doesn't take full advantage of that one. Plain a miss to finish the over. 113 for 7. 58 needed of 3 overs. In the air. Can somebody get underneath? Oh dear. That's a collapse between the man at covers and backward point to finish the over. 115 for 7. Oh, that's gone for four. Is it? Yep, that's gone for four. So some damage control here done by Hitesh. Wants the second run, but yep, gets it. Still, they need 49 of 2.2 overs. That'll be four. So Tejas also getting into the act. One, two, 7 for 7, 44 required of the last two overs. That's not given as a wide. Think that came off the pad. Up now given as a wide. Interesting call. So 43 needed of the last 2 overs. Should be quite comfortable win for the NIS Lakers. Oh, play and a miss. So 128 for 7, 43 needed of 1.5 overs. That's literally 11 balls. And the writing's on the wall for the Jml Stallions. Flicked away and only get a single down to deep mid wicket. It's been a clinical performance by the NIS Lakers, both with the bat and the ball. They, for a moment, looked a little dodgy with the bat, but after the 10 over mark, they started accelerating, although they lost wickets in a flurry in the early stages. But yep, that's acceptable when you have 170 and then you lose 3 wickets or 4 wickets in the power play and 5 inside the 10 over mark. You're bound to lose the game. That's how the tempo is set these days of the T20 game. And target was a little too much for the Stallions. All nicely played. Hitesh is having some fun with the bat. Overpitched and just throws everything at it. Over point for 4. But all that matters now is how much can they reduce the deficit by. 38 of 1.5 overs. Just a matter of 2 good balls and down the track. Oh, that's gone all the way for 6. The moment it left the bat, that's out of the ground in fact. Is there something left in this game now? They're asking for a new ball here. Still 32 needed of 8 balls and a couple of more boundaries and this could get very, very interesting. Vibhu is straight away put under pressure. So 32 needed now of balls. This could get very, very interesting if there are a couple of boundaries more in this over. Round the wicket now to Hitesh. Can he just strike one more boundary to shake the things a bit? 27 of the last over will be very, very interesting. Still achievable, but should be a daunting task. Play and a miss, beautifully bowled. Goes to the big shot in the air. That's hanging in the air. Long off. That's gone for 6, is it? That's gone for 6. There is still A lot left in this game. 26 needed off the last over. 143 for 7. 145 for 7, in fact. 26 required off the last over. Don't go anywhere. Beg your pardon, it's given as 4, but still 28 needed off the last over. And what will Tejas do? Will he just give the strike to Hitesh as Dheeraj comes on to bowl his final over? 1 for 5. So what will Tejas do here? Just get a single and give it to Hitesh, who's batting on 40. Or strike a boundary himself. That's just a single, and that puts Hitesh on strike, and he needs 4 sixes to turn anything out of this game. One ball will seal the deal for NIS Lakers, but one ball will seal the deal. But 4 balls will seal the deal for Jml Stallions. Here we go. There's one of those, is it? It is. Nope, it is not. But they scamper across for the second run. I think that should seal the deal. 4 balls left, 25 needed. 4 sixes required for a tie. One more ball and the NIS Lakers will be home quite comfortably enough. There's one of those, is it? Oh, that's gone all the way for 6. Has it? Signal as 6. Yep, signaled as 6. There's one of the 6s. Yep, goes all the way for 6. 3 sixes for the tie. One extra might just make this game more interesting. Over the wicket to run the wicket now. Oh, that's thickish outside edge. That'll go for 4. That might not help the case, or does it? Gets to his 50 as well, does Hitesh. Too late at the moment. Still 15 needed of 2 balls. Couple of 6s might just reduce the deficit a bit, but it's all but done for the Jml Stallions unless there is a no ball or a wide. Excellent 50 under pressure by Hitesh. In the air, long off, on the bounce. Oh dear. That should be it. He doesn't take the single either. 15 off just 1 ball needed. That should be it. That should be the game. Another track, but that's immaterial. The NIS Lakers have won the game by 13 runs. And it was proving all too much for the Jml Stallions. 171 was required, and they have fallen short by 13 runs. And there you have the confirmation. NIS Lakers win the game by 13 runs. And it's been a fabulous game of cricket. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. On behalf of all of us at the Jfsc YouTube channel, it's myself, Pranab, signing off. And we'll catch you shortly with yet another game of another tournament. Until then, take care and good night.